Right, good afternoon, or good evening as it is now, sorry. Way behind the time today. Right, I thought I'd come and have a change here on the channel and have a go at the old Assetto Corsa Competizione. Now, I've loaded up a custom race here at Brands Hatch. Was it so? Sorry, Silverstone. Hey, getting it all wrong, but hey, it's all good. I'm in my Aston Martin V12 Vantage GT3 car. I think it's 2013. I'm number 24. I've set this up for a 20-minute race. Aggression set to 20. Opponent skill to 85. And I'm racing the full 35 cars on track. So, without further ado, let's get it on. I'm using Trackir Pro rather than the cap, and I thought I'd come and do it live. Now, the last couple of days, I have been doing live broadcasts. Or if with that out of the way, it's randomly put me 5th on the grid. So, let's get everything set up. Let's say Trackir. Now, I don't like to have all this on my screen, so I like to drive with that blank. And set all this up now. Again, better start my engine as he stalls it. Oops. Well, I set up this traction and ABS settings as I like mine to just be on 1. Let's see how we get on in this race now. Now, I'm assuming my tyres are going to be cold a little bit till they warm up. Now, as I always say on the channel, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out of any of my upcoming streams. Now, if you've looked in the description that I posted last week, I've listed all the games that I own at present. So if there's a game you'd like featured or me to stream on the channel, and don't forget to drop us a comment and I'll stream it. Now, I have got Battlefield 5 to stream one of the days, as I know it's an older game now, but it come at the right price, and according to the forum for Battlefield, they've had loads of updates, so I thought, for how much it is, and I enjoyed the other Battlefield games that I've played previously, I thought, why not buy it? I've also updated Armour 3. Funny really, I bought a DLC and it's all in German. It has got English subtitles, but it's a little bit more harder to play being in German. But for me, there are enough hours in the day to play majority of the games. Now, as you already know, to the people that subscribe to the channel, I do American trucks or Euro trucks daily. But stuff like this game, I don't do them very often. And I must say, for this stream, if you can hear anything buzzing, I'm hoping not, because I'm now using the RTX voice cancellation software, which is available for NVIDIA graphics cards. Now, it is supposed to be only for the RTX series, but I know that people who use the 1080 Ti can also use it with a bit of a fix. Basically what it does, it puts out background noise, as probably, of course, don't think you'll see it on the cameras, but I have got my fan on behind me because it's quite hot here today, or tonight here in the UK. So stop sitting there sweating, because you do get a little bit of a sweat up racing these sims. It's what I call getting my daily workout with my arms. So hopefully you will be picking the sound of that fan up. We'll just see how good this RTX audio app or whatever it is, software, really works. As normally it's the cushion that vibrates, and I do pick that up. Now nowadays it's a pleasure to sit here and actually play games like Assetto Corsa at its highest settings, and not having to worry, oh, my graphics card ain't going to handle it, or my PC's going to be coming up with a warning in a minute, you know, the PC can handle it. With this RTX 20 Ti and with this AMD 39 Ryzen 39 motherboard or processor, I get mixed up here, I can handle most games without no problems at all. Is it making my driving any better? Not really. As I'm still, as they say, wet behind the ears, but I'm getting there. I'm keeping the cars more on the track these days and trying to get consistent laps. If I can overtake other cars in these racing sims, that's a bonus. But when I first started, I spent more time on the grass than I did actually on the tracks. And at one time, I was actually going to sell Assetto Corsa, the original one, because that's the first sim racing game I brought. But once I got the hang of it, instead of going around the circuit as fast as I can, and again watching some fantastic sim racers on YouTube and other social media channels, mainly on YouTube, you tend to pick up a few things, and one of them is to slow down at certain points. As this is totally different to normal driving. I cannot take him on this corner. So I think.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
No, it's still there.
Clear on the left.
As I don't want to bring my safety rating down by crashing into any of these AI cars. Again, my safety record ain't that brilliant, but I don't really play that much of Assetto Competizione. Now I'm waiting on getting a VR headset. Again, it helps with this coronavirus. As again, I assume it's well, I know for a fact it's affecting everybody at the moment, and I'll be glad when it's all over and we can all get back to normal. It brings it home, though, when we have to stop doing what we're so used to taking for granted. Getting up in the morning, being able to go out, do this, do that. Again, I am so glad that I have got something like this to keep me occupied. Again, but I do feel sorry for certain people in this world that have got nothing, and you know, with depression setting in and stuff like that because they can't get out, or of course see their loved ones. But we've got to do as I'm told, stay in and do what they say, keep safe. It'll all work itself out in the end, I'm sure. They will find a cure for it and we'll get back to normal. But anyway, as I say, once we do get back into some kind of normal, I do intend getting the VR headset. It is the next thing coming for me with my gameplay. I would have bought one, but the Rift S doesn't come with that eye adjustment. like the older Rift does, and I am sure of the distance between my pupils, so I need to know that before I can actually purchase one. So I need to go to my local opticians, have my eyes tested, which is long overdue anyway, as close-up things I have trouble seeing. I'm alright things farther away, but if I had to take these glasses off to game, all these cars would be blare. So the money on for things close up. So if my eyes fall into the range of not having a slider, then I appreciate that input. As I feel that is the only thing missing from this channel now, is the VR. I've got so many good games which are VR compatible, and it would be nice to actually feel like I was sat in this Aston Martin, and of course especially for the trucking as well. The hours I spend in Euro trucks in American, it would be nice to actually feel like I was in some of the trucks that we drive within the game. I've spoken to one of my friends on here, Mark, who's just purchased the Rift S, and he's like said, you know what mate, it's on another level. Okay, we am so used to experiencing 4K resolution, as we both game with 4K televisions. Again, I ain't got none of these fancy monitors with like 120 FPS, but I've never actually used a monitor with that frame rate anyway. I've always used one with 60 frames a second, so to have a television just pumping out 60 frames a second is nothing different for me. So having the telly, I've stuck it into ultra wide for anybody that don't follow the channel on a regular basis, but I know there's a little bit of a trade-off when it comes to VR. I ain't going to be getting that 4K resolution as I'm used to at the moment sat here, but again I am going to feel more into the game than I am now. Now don't get me wrong, Trackir is fantastic for what I'm doing. You know, it's giving me the ability to look all the way around the car. It's just I can see a blind here and I can see the rest of my room that way. Yeah, that's the only difference for me now. I said this the other time, and I had somebody comment about me on about VR compared to Trackir. To me, that's the only difference, is how I actually sat in the car. But it's a good alternative if you ain't got the money. As again, with things today that don't come cheap. But a good thing I can turn off the second screen which I'm running at the moment, and the telly when I'm in VR. As I say in the business, I'm dying to try it. Again, there's nowhere locally where I can actually go and try any VR headset, and there's nobody that I know as friends, only the one who I've just mentioned, our Mark, that owns a VR headset, as I would love to try one before I buy it. Now people say you get VR sickness. Again, I'll probably one of these will be throwing up on camera. Hopefully not. But out the selection of games that I own, there's this, there's a normal Assetto Corsa, there's Project Cars 2, Auto Mobilista 2, Euro trucks, American trucks, Dirt Rally 2.0, and again, one, it hasn't got any tracking in. I don't know if it's compatible. Is Wreckfest. I'm hoping something like Wreckfest is compatible with VR. I'm going to have a check up on that, because that game, again, it don't do telemetry for the shaker cushion I'm on. I could send that though to a different software and probably get me shaker cushion to work that way. Something I've got to get my head round one of the days. That's another good feeling. I will do reviews on these. I know I keep saying it, but with what's gone on at the moment with my broken Fanatec wheel, I've been trying to sort that out for the last 7 days. Back and forth in email to Fanatec. But once I've got myself organised and everything changed and moved round, I was doing a few reviews. Again, like I said, I want to go back and review my Toby eye tracking bar for Euro trucks and American trucks. Now they have updated their interface. Again, I'll check it because I am on the Logitech, and my Toby eye tracking bar is on my other setup. So if SES software who make Euro trucks and American trucks have improved these, then you know I want to give the guys credit. Now there's some games I've got that'll work with Toby eye tracking, which will work with TrackIR. So again, that's something else I want to try, and mainly shooting games, which that'll be working with. Alright, let's see if I can overtake one of these two, or one of them.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Lost power then. I had to correct myself because I felt like I was losing the car, and with the SRS shaker cushion that I sit on, there's been a new slider added which lets me know when I'm losing traction, and believe me, when I feel that with games like this, it's awesome. I don't know how I could drive nowadays without having this shaker cushion on, to be fair. I did it the other night. I downloaded the shaker cushion up and I downloaded TrackIR up, and I was like, quick, press that exe file, get them loaded up. It's so weird nowadays not being able to drive with them when you download them up. It's like, hold on a bit, there's something missing. Definitely need these to give me that feeling. I'm hoping if I can take a couple more places before this 20 minutes is up. Come on, have I got enough room to take him before the corner?
Clear on the right.
No.
Car on the right.
Right, have there. Hey, get round. Lovely. It's gone a little bit wide, so I'm going to have to close that gap up.
Well done, mate. Good process that's so far.
I nearly called him Jeff then from F1. He'll have to be Jeff number 2. Oh.
right.
I'm assuming that's P1 and P2 here. Again, we're racing without anything on the screen. I feel it obstructs me when I'm trying to race, as I like to just concentrate just what's on like it is now, rather than having like a screen full of this and that. But it is times like this now to find out. I'm assuming I'm P3 at the moment.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Right, man. Leader is on the final lap. Give it all you can. Fastest lap of the race, man. Good job.
So I want to hit him then. No, like,
Clear
whoa!
on the left.
Not good. Come on, correct it. Good job he wore that right up behind me then. Because I'd have lost, if this is P2, I'd have lost that then. No. To be fair, I'm glad it's the end of the race.
The leader has finished the race.
So that AP won them. There was other drivers. So there must be 2 and this must be 3.
Since you're playing the V3,
That'll do me.
now bring it back
Anyway,
to
there you go folks. 20 minutes to Silverstone. Enjoy.